Hey, what's up everyone? So today we're going to be taking a look at the jack of all trades, Bartz. He's one of the most unique characters in the game and can fit into a variety of different roles on a team. True to Final Fantasy V, Bartz has a sort of job system where his moveset is comprised of an attack from a different job from the game. For example, his dash attack is a ninja attack and his backwards ground attack is a black mage attack. Most of his attacks start off relatively underwhelming, but Bartz has a special system where after using an attack a certain number of times it becomes mastered, which does a few things. So first off, mastering attack will give it new properties, generally increased damage, speed, range, knockback, or some combination of those. On top of that, each bravery attack that is mastered gives Bartz a unique buff, so there's definitely some strategy to what attacks you want to master first. You need 13 points to master an attack, and you gain 1 point just for throwing out an attack regardless of if it hits anyone, and you gain 6 additional points if the attack actually connects with somebody. So when you see Bartz players throwing out melee attacks with no one around or something like that, you know what they're trying to do is just build up their mastery. You often see Bartz players focusing only on 2 to 3 attacks unless the game goes on for a very long time. And like I said, Bartz starts off relatively weak compared to other fighters, but he's definitely a late game threat because of all of his mastery buffs and how much stronger his attacks can get. The more attacks that he masters, the stronger he becomes. Not to mention, his unique X skill shares all of his mastery buffs to his teammates for 20 seconds, so that can give your team a huge advantage late in the game. I'll try to explain the benefits and buffs of the different attacks we see in the videos, but if you want to see all of Bart's attacks and their explanations, you should definitely check out True Blade Seeker's video on Bart's moveset. I have it linked down below, and True Blade Seeker is a great resource for any character's moveset, but knowing Bart's specifically is very important if you want to play him correctly. So the videos I'm going to be showing you are from the YouTuber Punkatsu, who plays Bartz a ton and has a lot of really good videos of him. Let's jump right into this first match here, and I'll try to explain all the different buffs and motivations behind doing each of the attacks that he does. The HP attack that Bartz is going to use here is his Samurai Job attack. It's basically a close range melee attack. He'll throw something at an enemy, and if it connects, he lunges forward with his sword and deals some HP damage. The cool thing about it is that it's quick usually, or you can charge the HP attack up to 3 levels. So basically you can kind of play mix up with the timing of the attack and kind of confuse your opponents and gives you a better chance of actually connecting with it. It can also just be used really quickly and can surprise opponents as well. So you'll see that in action as we get moving here. Alright, so this first matchup we've got here is Bartz, Lightning, and Garland on the blue team going up against Squall, Kane, and Ramza for the red team. So right away, red team looks super aggressive. They have Ramza as support, and they've got Squall and Kane, 2 of the strongest speed characters. So blue team will have to watch out for that. So you see Bartz is just kind of throwing out that flame sword attack. That's his Mystic Knight attack. So you see him just throwing that out, just trying to get points on it so that he can master it faster. So I think he's already thrown out 3 times. So he catches Kane with an attack there, not able to follow up on anything. You see Squall is attacking him, caught him in a bravery attack, and then Ramza actually followed up with a Holy there. So already taking some HP damage there. You see the aggressiveness of the red team right off the bat. So Bart's still throwing out his Mystic Knight attack though, building up those points. If he can connect on anybody, he'll probably get it mastered soon. You see the Summoning Stone is now active, people are moving towards it there. Bartz was actually trying to attack it, but he got caught with an HP attack by Squall. Squall tried to follow up with another bravery attack, it looked like, but it actually missed Bartz because he was on the ground, so he was able to avoid that. Squall once again turns, tries to attack Bartz there, but Bartz actually catches him with his Mystic Knight attack. And you see right there above Bartz's head, you see the word Master pop up. That just kind of signifies that your attack has been mastered, the one that you were just using. And you also see right beside his health bar, there's a buff icon, so that just signifies the buff that you gain from the attack that you just mastered. So since he mastered Mystic Knight, the buff that he gets is his base bravery goes up by 200, which means anytime he's bravery broken or he connects with an HP attack and his bravery resets, instead of resetting to 1000, it resets to 1200. So that can be really useful, say if you're using a lot of HP attacks in a row and you need your bravery to build up quickly. So anyways, back into the action there. After connecting those Mystic Knight attacks, Bartz got caught with a couple of attacks there. Tried to throw out his HP attack but missed. So now, you see how wide the range of his Mystic Knight attack is now that it's been mastered? It looks like it's about twice the width of the original Mystic Knight attack that he was throwing out at the very beginning of the game. So that just shows you how powerful mastering an attack can be. It also increases the damage by a little bit, but this shows why Mystic Knight is one of the most popular moves to master for most Bartz players. It's just because of how easy it becomes to hit with this attack because of how wide the range is now. So anyways, he's connecting with an attack there on Ramza, building up some bravery. Bartz uses his unique X skill there, which is going to give his mastery buff to his teammates. We'll see if that comes into effect here. As he's dashing to the summoning stone, Squall actually caught him with a bravery attack, but Lightning was there to have his back and scare Squall away so he couldn't follow up with anything more there. He catches Squall dashing and is able to use his Mystic Knight attack there. And so now that he has enough bravery, you see him throw out his HP attack, and I just wanted to pause it just to show you how it works. He throws out his HP attack there on Kayn, so he throws, it looks like knives or something, I'm not quite sure what it is. The lunge portion of it has to connect for it to actually deal HP damage. Okay, so now we see Bartz is moving over towards Squall, but Garland actually already had him locked down and was able to throw out an HP attack, so not much he needed to do there. He moves back over to the other side of the map where Lightning just picked up a kill on Ramza, so now he's just kind of moving around seeing who he can attack. He wasn't quite able to catch off Squall while he was dashing there, so now he's just shooting out his Ranger attack there, which is just a bow and arrow long range move. That's another powerful one to get mastered, so he's just going ahead and building up some stacks there. Threw out his HP attack but did not connect on Kayn. He uses his Mystic Knight attack to wall rush Kayn though, and was actually able to use his HP attack there, put out a lot of HP damage but not quite enough to kill. You see red team's kind of grouping up again together, you see them just throwing out their buffs. So now blue team on the other hand is now backed up and was able to summon. So that was a good trade by them. Now they're also throwing out their buffs. Bartz once again uses his X skill so that his teammates have his mastery buffs. And now blue team is just kind of moving in, now that they have Rama to back them up. So you see red team is just kind of scrambling away, which is probably a good plan by them. Blue team looks like they're trying to get something going here, but nobody's able to throw out any HP attacks. Bartz actually gets knocked away by Ramza. Everyone's kind of focusing Kayn there, and Lightning was actually able to finally pick up a kill there on him. Looks like all of blue team was kind of converging on Kayn there, so he didn't have much of a chance. So that was a really strong performance by Bartz there. I really just kind of wanted to show that game off because I think it's a good little introduction to Bartz. You kind of get to see his moveset in action a little bit. You see the variance in all of his moves. He has, you know, that long range bow and arrow attack that we saw, the Mystic Knight attack, which is a really strong and quick attack. And then a couple of other moves you saw. He had his Dragoon attack, which you'll see more of later. Things like that. But I just wanted to kind of let you see an introduction to how the mastery system works and how big of an impact it can have on how Bartz plays. So this next match I'm going to show you here is actually, you'll see a lot more of Bart's moveset. It's a little bit longer match, so you'll see him go through a lot of different attacks, and I can explain more of what each of the buffs are and what use each move has in specific scenarios. Alright, so in this matchup here, Bartz is going to have a different HP attack. Instead of Samurai, he's using Dancer, which is another kind of common HP attack you sometimes see on Bartz. And what it is, it's another melee attack, but it's like a long combo string whenever you use it. Basically, the use of it is that it will help you build up your bravery throughout the attack so that your HP damage will be higher. So it's kind of a trade-off. It takes longer to use, but you deal more HP damage once you've already connected. So you'll see that in use here. Alright, so the teams here, we've got blue team, which is Bartz, Tidus, and Emperor, going up against red team, which is Lightning, Cloud, and Y'shtola. So pretty balanced teams, not going to be super aggressive like in the last game. One heavy, one shoot, one speed on the red team here, so nothing too crazy. So you see Bartz is using his Mystic Knight attack, just like in the last game. He's just building up those points, just going ahead and trying to get that mastered. And what you see here, this green aura around Bartz, that's him using his Black Mage attack. And so what that is, it's just kind of a long range harass move. It just does an attack on the enemy's location. You see he already connected with it twice. He hit Y'shtola and now he just hit Lightning. So he's already got that mastered, which is good for him. You can see the little buff icon right beside his health bar. So what that means is his X skill will now charge twice as fast with this mastery buff. So that's a good one to get at the beginning of the game. So that's going to be pretty strong for him. So it looks like he was trying to dash towards Y'shtola, but Cloud actually caught him with an attack there as he was trying to dash away. But he's just back using his Black Magic attack and just kind of, you can see how you can glide away with it as you attack. So it's a good move to kind of throw out and harass from a distance, especially on this flat map like this. It would be easy for him to get caught out if he got caught in a long attack animation. So you can kind of use that, glide around, and just deal some poke without having to commit too hard to anything. So right now he looks like he's just kind of switching around his targets, just seeing who he wants to attack. Still throwing out Black Magic. He uses his Dragoon attack right there, which you can kind of see it had a really quick attack animation. It's a good move to surprise anyone that's really close to you. It has kind of a short range until you get it mastered, which increases the range a little bit. But it's a really strong move to use whenever someone's really close. So the summoning stone appears. Looks like red team's already got their summon gauge completely full. So Bartz right there, he just masters his Mystic Knight attack. We already described that one in the last game, but it's good he's already got 2 attacks mastered. You see he's using that glide right there with his black magic attack. He was actually able to avoid Cloud and Lightning's attacks just by gliding backwards while he attacked. Looks like Emperor just picked up a kill there on Cloud, so that's going to be the first kill of the game going on the side of the blue team, so good on them for that. We see Cloud and Y'shtola are kind of backed into a corner here. Bartz actually throws out his Monk attack there, which are just 2 punches and a third stronger punch to knock enemies away. He connected with it on Y'shtola once and then chased her down and used it again, so he's actually going to get mastered right here after this connects. And so now not only does the attack gain a gap closer in the terms of a kick to start the attack off, now he's going to get the Monk buff, which is going to increase his health by 350. So that's another strong one to get at the beginning of a game. Now his health bar is going to be a little bit bigger now. So if you keep your eyes down there, of course red team starts to summon, so now the summon animation shows up. But it's okay, now if you look at the health bar of Bartz, it says 3850 instead of 3500. So red team has Rama active, but they actually just lost Cloud again. So now it's a 2 versus 3 while Cloud is resurrecting. So even though the red team has Rama active, so far they haven't really been able to, do anything with that. Blue team's been able to just kind of move away without any punishment for that. They just threw out some of their buffs. They got the HP buff going on Titus, so his health bar is ticking up slowly. Looks like red team was just chasing down Bartz. He wasn't quite able to escape. He uses his blue mage attack there and actually connects with 2 people at a time. Looked like Lightning and Cloud were both trying to chase Bartz down but weren't close enough. So he was able to retaliate with his blue mage attack. So basically what that one does, the mastery bonus is that the summon gauge is going to fill up 50% faster. You don't really ever see people focus on blue mage that much just because, even look in this situation, the team summon gauge is already full. So you're not really going to get any benefit from that mastery. It's probably one of the weaker mastery buffs compared to some of the other ones. But still, he was able to master that attack, so the attack itself will get a little stronger if he ends up using it again. So once again, you see Lightning reaching, trying to get an attack there off on Bartz, but he's able to move away and then punish her for it. Tries to catch Y'shtola with a Dragoon attack, but she actually is able to dodge away. Blue team loses their first teammate. Titus actually dies here, so the game gets a little closer. Bartz connects with his black magic attack there on Y'shtola and is able to follow up with it with his Dragoon attack. That's a pretty strong combo, it seems like, just because black magic stuns for just long enough for Bartz to connect with his Dragoon attack right after it. So he's going to master Dragoon here with this attack, and the buff that you get from that is that it's going to increase your defense by 12.5%. So now that he's starting to get all of these mastery buffs, he's starting to get a little tankier, his HP's gone up, his defense is up, so he's starting to get stronger in the late game. Everyone's kind of scrambling around and just completely ignoring the summoning stone. It won't benefit anybody at this point to get. So once again, he uses his black magic, catches somebody in the stun, and is able to follow up with his Dragoon attack. Cloud did catch him afterwards, but it's still a really strong combo. So just to point out again, he just mastered his Ranger attack, which was the green arrows he's shooting. So what the buff that's going to give is it increases his attack by 10%, which basically means the bravery he gains from his attacks is going to be increased by 10%. So at this point, he's got 6 mastery buffs, and he's definitely a lot stronger. Lightning tries to attack him, but she misses, and Bartz is able to follow up with his Mystic Knight. So this is Bartz's Dancer HP attack that he's using. It's a long combo string, like I said. He's able to build up a lot of bravery and deal a lot of damage to Y'shtola. Not quite enough to kill her, though. He's focusing in on Lightning there. Titus had actually already caught her with a Slice and Dice, though, was able to pick up the kill and win the game off of that. So, good showing there by the blue team. Pretty strong performance. I just wanted to highlight this match specifically just because I think it showed the majority of Bartz's tools there. It showed all of his bravery attacks and showed all the different buffs that you can get. Even though it didn't end up in any weird situation, where he was able to win the game because of those buffs, I just wanted to show you the potential that he has for late game. When he's sitting there with all those buffs, his attack is stronger, his HP is higher, and his defense is stronger. And then he also has his X skill. He could have shared those to his team at any point in time. So that just shows you the late game monster that Bartz can become if he needed to be there. So now that you kind of have a better understanding of Bartz's moveset and what he can do and how mastering an ability works, I'm going to show you one more match here I think is going to show you how strong Bartz can really be. So in this game, Bartz has actually moved back to his Samurai HP attack, so be on the lookout for that. He's not using Dancer this time. So blue team here is going to be Bartz, Titus, and Terra, and red team is going to be Onion Knight, Ramza, and Y'shtola. So red team is kind of filled with a lot of support slash long range characters, so expect them to be less aggressive and more just trying to poke with their attacks. So in turn, Bartz is using his ranger attack here, which is his long range bow and arrow attack. He's actually already got it mastered, which is going to greatly increase the damage he can dish out with that, and also increases his attack by 10%, like I said before. So that's a good one to have mastered early. You see him throwing out his Mystic Knight attacks though, just trying to build up the points on that. He actually connects with his Dragoon attack. Dragoon is a really strong move on this map specifically just because it's really fast and it has a lot of vertical mobility. And you see on the stage there's a lot of different levels because of the different platforms, so you can get up above really fast. So anyways, Bartz throws out his Monk attack and actually knocks Onion Knight into the wall, and Titus was able to follow up with a Spiral Cut on that as Onion Knight was getting up. So a nice little combo by the two of them. Onion Knight was caught in an attack animation there, and so Bartz was able to capitalize on that, use his HP attack before Onion Knight could really react to it. He catches Y'shtola with an attack there, not able to follow up with it though. He's still kind of chasing her down. Titus actually connects with her and knocks her away. He uses his X skill to share all of his mastery buffs with his team, so their attack is going to be a lot stronger now. He tries to use his Dragoon again on Ramza and use that vertical mobility, but Ramza actually is able to knock him away. Onion Knight capitalizes on that, knocks Bartz into a wall rush, into an HP attack, so he's actually able to pick up the first kill of the game there on Bartz. Okay, so Bartz he's back in the action. He's throwing out his ranger attack, just trying to poke at the red team a little bit. He actually connects with his blue mage dash attack there on Onion Knight, and Terra was able to follow up with Meteor while Onion Knight was on the wall. He tried to go in on Y'shtola, but Ramza was able to knock him away. He is now he's looking at Ramza. We'll see if he can get an attack off on him. He's got enough bravery to kill him if he can connect with anything. Ramza's moving over to the summoning stone. We'll see. Yeah, he uses Dragoon trying to catch Ramza off guard, but he saw it coming. So the two of them are just kind of dueling. They actually both have enough bravery to kill each other. So Ramza's throwing out his holy HP attack here. He's actually about to connect on Terra with it. So immediately Bartz is responding by using his HP attack to pick up the kill on Ramza. So this might seem a little weird. Ramza might be able to find a better time to use it, but basically what I think his thought process is that he can pick up this kill on Terra for free. She has a full life bar just about, so he's going to get a free kill on her at the cost of trading his own life. So both teams are going to lose a health bar. Blue team's just going to go down to one health bar left though. So I would say this trade favors the red team because Ramza already had low HP anyway and would probably die at some point. So he's just kind of making that trade, trading out 2 life bars. So blue team only has 1 left to work with. So looks like red team is going to get off their summon here. So they're going to kind of put blue team on a clock. Onion Knight was just kind of dashing around, and Bartz is actually able to catch him with his quick samurai attack, pick up the kill there. So now the team's already evened out again at 1 health bar. Blue team just kind of grouped up and threw out some of their buffs there. They're trying to get Titus back to a little healthier state with his HP bar. So blue team is also just kind of maneuvering around Rama, trying not to group up and just trying to stay away from the red team. Throwing out some long range attacks here. He's using his ranger move and just trying to stay at a distance as everyone's trying to rush in on him. So they just want to wait out Rama. As soon as it ends, you see them all throw out the summon. So now blue team has Rama active for them. So we'll see them now kind of push in, try to be more aggressive as red team now is on the defensive, trying to move away here and not get picked off because of Rama. So Y'shtola is kind of isolated a little bit. Okay, so now she's on the opposite side of the map from her team. She's trying to move over towards them, but right now she's not able to really get there. So now basically what's happened is blue team is all collapsed on Y'shtola. They've kind of slowly worked her into the corner, and now that they saw that Rama's attack animation has started, then she's, pretty much got nowhere to go. So all blue team is moving in on her, trying to pick up this kill before red team can do anything about it. So you see Bartz actually connects with a Mystic Knight, catches her on the wall. You've got Titus kind of staying in between red team and Y'shtola, so Bartz is able to move on with his HP attack and actually pick up the kill there on Y'shtola to finish out the game. So really good play there by the blue team. Nice teamwork overall. I think that game really kind of showcased some of Bartz's strengths though. You saw Bartz pick up all 3 of the kills there for the red team. So you can kind of see how useful his Samurai HP attack is. It's really fast. It's really kind of difficult for the red team to maneuver around it because it has a pretty good range for being such a fast melee attack. But you can also see the strength of some of his moveset. Dragoon is really powerful on this map because, like I said, you can have a ton of vertical mobility to get over some of the obstacles in front of you. It's also pretty strong on the Final Fantasy VII Midgar map for those same reasons. And you can see that having such a diverse moveset with so many long-range attacks, quick attacks like Dragoon, powerful quick attacks like Mystic Knight or the dash attack, things like that gives Bartz a lot of versatility with his moveset. I feel like if you can communicate with your team, depending on what kind of situation you're in with the people you're playing with, you can have a lot of strategy with Bartz, depending on what moves he masters and when to throw out his X skill buff, and timing things around your summon, other aggressive X skills of your teammate, things like that. So he definitely has a lot of utility, and he can definitely be important for specific team compositions. So I hope this gave you a good overview of Bartz. In the future, I hope to do another Bartz video where I can kind of highlight some more of the specifics about Bartz's moveset, specific strategies that certain Bartz players use, things like that. But I just wanted to kind of give more of an overview of Bartz in this video, just so you kind of see his moveset in action, see how important mastering can be, and just showing how he plays. So as always, if you want to see more Bartz action from this YouTuber, check the link down below. I've linked to his channel so you can see tons more videos of him. And yeah, I appreciate you guys watching as always, and I will catch you next time. Have a good one.